Chet, you are known for your so-called Nashville sound, and how does this compare with Norwegian Mountain Song?
Oh, it's our native music. Country music is, of course, and all native musics has their own sound. I guess it's slightly related to Norwegian music. I know our fiddle tunes, old-time fiddle tunes, sound very similar to the Norwegian fiddlers, and a great relationship there. And it's not too many miles, of course, I guess, from England and Ireland to Norway. So so there's quite a resemblance there. But our country fiddling has more improvisation, I think, and more of a Texas swing to it.
Mm-hmm. You play the fiddle yourself, don't you?
Yes, badly. Yeah, I play a little bit,
yeah.
but enough to get by. I've got a good fiddle. I left the price tag on it, $800.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Stradivarius, and I bought it new.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a joke.
Yeah.
J-O-A-K, a joke.
Okay. We brought you a Harding fiddle, but you're not sure you want to keep it.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that it's of the quality that I want.
Mm.
And I understand they're very hard to get, so I may wait and get another one.
Mm-hmm.
Or I might not get one at all. I don't know. How much longer can I play fiddle? I'll be lucky to be playing guitar in a few years.
Mm. But you do have a slight relationship to Norway. You've been there a couple of times.
Yeah, I have. I love Norway and Sweden and Denmark. I sure do, and especially Norway and Oslo. I have some fond memories of Oslo and kind of driving in there when it was snowing and cold, and the beautiful halls we played there. Yeah, I like it. And meeting Claes, of course, and some other people there.
I think it's quite an honor for Claes that you record one of his songs. Er det ikke det, Claes?
Jo, det en stor ære. Det det. Det jo ikke så veldig mange gitarister som skriver musikk for gitar da, som Chet har brukt stoff fra I hele karrieren sin, så I hvert fall den eneste fra Norge foreløpig.
Claes says that there probably aren't that many, you don't record songs from many guitar players.
Not too many. No, I've recorded a lot of Jerry Reed tunes, but that's about the extent of it, and a few others, but I don't remember recording tunes from anyone in Europe or that part of the world. I may have.
Except maybe for Mark Knopfler?
Mark Knopfler, I've recorded with him, but with him. Well, I did record, I recorded one of his tunes in an album. I can't remember the title of it, Why Worry? Mm. Yeah, I did do that, right. Mm. I think him more as an American. He spends so much time over here.
Yeah.
He's here all the time when he's not touring.
Yeah. You have a beautiful house here.
Well, it's small. It's too small for all my junk. It's really small, but it has a full basement, which helps. Place for my little studio and my junk. I've tried to get my wife maybe to let me get a larger place where we could have guests in once in a while and maybe have a party, but she doesn't want to have a big house. It'd be hard to clean up and have to have servants and everything. So it's just a little 22,000 square foot house. Mm-hmm. Very small.
Yeah. Hva synes du om å få besøke Chet I hjemmet hans, Claes?
Jo, jeg ser jo det også som en stor ære da. Det veldig moro å komme hit til hans lille studio og så se privat hjemmet hans. Det jo ikke så ofte det folk fra Norge her da. Mm. Så jeg setter veldig stor pris på det. Og thank you, Chet, for inviting me here.
All right. Good to have all of you.
Yeah. Claes says that probably ain't that many times you've invited a Norwegian to your house.
No, I haven't had many Norwegians out here, come to think of it, I guess. I'm sure I've had some, but I don't remember who they would be. I don't have many people out to my studio because it's kind of an exclusive neighborhood, and I'm afraid if I get too many cars out here, the neighbors will complain and they'll close me up, and I'll have to move downtown with my studio.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm careful about that.
But you do record your songs here?
Oh, yeah, I do. I've been recording in my home for years and years, and a lot of times I used to make the tracks down at the studio and then come back out to my house and put my part on, and it saved me, saved my life really, because I was recording, producing so many people. That was the only way I could do it. And also I make a lot of mistakes. At home you can take your time and correct and do it right, and you don't have the pressure of an engineer around and a producer and everything. So it's been a big help having my own place.
Mm. And your office is right next to Music Row.
Yeah, I'm right in the crime neighborhood down there, where all the people are murdered and the stick-ups and everything. But I've been lucky so far. But it is a bad area, the Music City area, and but they do all right. A lot of studios down there, and a lot of managers and artists have their office there, and so it's fun to be in that area.
But it hasn't always been a bad area, has it?
No, it used to be residential. It was residential until about 1958. It started. People started building studios out there and publishing companies and so on. But up till that time, it had been strictly residential.
But was it Music Row at that time?
No,
Oh.
They didn't start calling it that for quite a while. It's about a mile from downtown, I guess you'd say, within a mile and a half. And for the people that don't know, and it's out in the residential area. There's still a lot of old houses like my office, but they're gradually tearing them down and putting up these Hollywood buildings, which I hate. You know, stone and concrete. I love the old houses, and I hope somebody will speak to city council sometime about not tearing them down and maybe restoring the houses and keeping them like they are.
When you look upon Nashville and the development of Nashville as both a city and a music city, how do you look upon it, the difference 30 years back and today?
Oh, it's grown tremendously, and it continues to grow. I remember years ago, I'd think, well, it'll stop growing and I'll get fired again and won't have a job, but it kept growing every year, and it continues to. And I read about movie companies coming in, and there's so many video companies too now. That's a big business, making videos for the stars from the various fields of music. There's a lot of gospel in Nashville too, an awful lot of gospel music, gospel recording, people like Amy Grant. And so it just continues to grow, and I've given up now. I think, well, let it go. I don't care. I'm not doing that anymore. I just make my own records and tour a little bit, so I'm not too concerned with it.
What about the atmosphere? Is it very different?
Yeah, it used to be. More of a closer family, but we all knew each other, and maybe we had one or two good rhythm sections in town. And now there's so many great musicians everywhere. Some of them not even working. They can't get jobs. There's great singers and background singers and instrumentalists and potential stars everywhere working in restaurants and doing this and that. And it's like Hollywood in the 30s, I suppose, you know, when all the beautiful people or handsome people went out there to try to get in the movies. So it keeps changing, keeps growing, and it's a lot more impersonal now, of course, because it's so big. A lot of the people that are successful don't know each other.
And Studio B, that's right down the road from your office.
Yeah, that's where I spent many hours recording. A lot of good people, and started there. I think we moved over there about 1959 or 60, and then in '63 we built a big studio and big building there, and that studio never was as good as Studio B. It was nice and everything, but I never could get the sounds in that we got in studio. So Studio B was a good studio, and enjoyed many years there. And about 1968 I started backing out. I worked for a wonderful guy, and he died, and so I decided I didn't want to do that anymore. I always worked for him, you know, I didn't work for the company. So I gradually got out of it. Over the next 12 years, I got out of it completely. Took my time.